Hello. Well, that's what I'm doing wrong. What the heck am I doing wrong? That's going to go down there because it always does. That gets pushed out of the way because it's always in the way. Hi, Gail. Hi, Linda. How are you guys today? I am, as always, still fiddling with my bloody computer to figure out where I need it. I guess I don't need to worry too much today. I'm catching up. I'm working on pocket pouches. I'm working on pocket pouches today. I'm doing two things. Okay, I'm working on pocket pouches. I left my pop. I'll bring it back. I'm working on pocket pouches, which is why I got my decks out. God, look, I gotta wash these, and if they don't, I think I've reached that stage where they will no longer. After the first couple of washes, they don't really come out. They never come out perfect after the first wash, but after a certain amount of time, they'll come out looking just as stained as they went in, and that's kind of when I tell myself I need to think about getting a new pair. So I do have to sew today. I got a bunch of stuff over here that I need to work on. That's what I'm doing wrong. There, that's what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I've got this stuff that I need to work on. So I'm going to be working on this. I'm also very much a squirrel today, so I'm doing all this. That one's going to look nice. I only ended up with one of those cut. I don't. Wait. I do. I have one, but it's not a match. I have this guy. Let me just flip it. I'll have to flip it sooner or later anyway. I thought that I'm going to go ahead and get some sewing done. But if anybody happens to wander in wanting a reading, I've got my decks handy. NSFW and the other one. And so that way I can sew and I can get some shit done. I can hang out with you guys. But if anybody happens to want a reading, especially if you didn't, because I was on what, 2 days ago? The fuck day was I on? Tuesday, 3 days ago. I was on showing off my new decks because they had just come in. But I got the decks. So if anybody wants a reading, I am absolutely happy to take a break. Take a break. I can answer questions without stopping, but I'm absolutely happy to take a break, do whatever, give a reading with either deck, your choice, and go from there. Yeah, this is the only dragon specific fabric that I have right now, and it is not a match for the decks. That's the only thing I've got, but actually that might not be bad. I got to figure out what I'm going to put. These are just the prototypes. So there are a couple of color-wise everything's staying the same. The box is staying the same, except for the prototypes don't come with ribbon. There will be a ribbon in the box. And we noticed a few, one of the cards from the NSFW was duplicated in this because we sent the wrong file we sent one of these files twice. So that's getting fixed. And there was a couple of things in the cards that we noticed. Actually, a couple of things that a couple of viewers on Lisa's channel noticed. So there's a couple of things that are going to be getting tweaked in terms of writing. But yeah, the prototypes are done. The decks are done. These are just these are smalls. Actually, they won't even. These are smalls. Oh wait, will it? I suppose that's something people are going to want to know. A small pocket pouch will fit the deck without the box. There we go. But if anybody's asking about pocket pouches or bags, I know not all of you guys actually use these, which is not a requirement to watch the channel and hang out with me. Anyway, I am like, my energy is just all over the fucking place. How are you guys doing? I gotta get the grippy thing on. Hi, Artie Mizian. Hello to all. Hello, I received my reserve tarot bag all the way from Canada to England. Yay. Yay, I'm glad it got there. Launch party tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, I do know, but my God, I am going to be such a squirrel. It's going to be bad. We can't wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. If you guys have any questions or want any information, yada, 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 absolutely. I'm happy to answer any questions. Don't forget, Lisa is the admin on this. She is the admin lead on this. It's like, okay, honey, you helped. Okay, honey, we did the deck. Now just sit there and stay the fuck out of my way. That's kind of how that conversation went. One thing I'm doing with this, don't forget that I have my knee lift here. So once I fold these, if I'm super careful, I get to have the advantage of it. This is like having a third hand. So I get to be lazy and skip the pins. And as long as nothing shifts, which then I'm good to go. I got to make sure nothing shifts. That's the thing. On when I was using the other machine, because this is my big Janome. I just got this guy back. When did I get him back? Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. No, oh God, it's been longer than that. For the last like 4 months, trying to do pocket pouches, I would have to like pin the crap out of everything just to hold it in place. It's a really big advantage. The knee lift, yeah, I'll tell you right now. The one knee lift makes it's making a huge difference for me. Funny thing is that I don't think I would buy. I did a good luck intention magical working early today to add to the good vibes and love myself and everyone else. I said, "Aw, thank you." It's funny. I don't think I would buy a machine just to get the knee lift. I'm not sure. Because there's a couple of different models of machine out there where it's essentially the same machine, but it's like a $500 or $600 difference. And it's like, wait a second, just to get but mind you, I have to pin anything bigger than this. I have to pin my 2 pockets, 1 pockets, and standard size pocket pouches. I have to pin all that. I am just taking my time today. Know yourself. Know where your shit is. Where is that? There it is. Sorry, it's sorry for the vertigo. It's a rotary cutter. Always know where your rotary cutters are. I am taking my time today. I know what my energy is like. My energy is all over the map. Super distractible. So I am going to do one at a time. Whenever I've got the bigger piece, that was a bigger piece, so it went in the scrap pile. I'll sort all. That's gonna be a day. That's gonna be a get in there, and that one's too narrow. Take off the corner. But yeah, I'm taking my time. Babble about bullshit and see where life goes. I'm also really tired today because I don't. Well, obviously it's the excitement or whatever, but I could be sleeping better. Who's surprised, right? Hey, Tammy. I just got done telling everybody I'm here sewing today, just shooting the shit, hanging out. I'm not trying too hard, but I did bring my decks. If anybody wants a reading, just shoot me the question. Actually, if you guys want a reading, I probably won't miss anything. Hi, Erin Octavia. I probably won't. This is never too busy of a channel with too much going on, so it's very unlikely that I'm going to miss somebody's question. So if you have a question, just let me know what the question is. Let me know what deck, and I'll be happy to take a little break. Like I said, my energy's all over the map. My energy's already all over the map. So I found that if I'm feeling too depends on, sewing is a very slow and methodical process. And I find that if I don't, let's see if I can get this like halfway. Is that a good halfway? That's, if I can get a good halfway, then I don't necessarily have to keep adjusting the camera. That'll be fine. So yeah, I just like, I really, okay, because I'm taking advantage of the knee lift to avoid pinning, I really exaggerate how I'm holding on to the fabric to make sure nothing shifts. Anyway, my energy is all over the place, so I'm probably going to be a walking shit show today. Anyway, yeah, the Kickstarter launches tomorrow, so we are just waiting for that. Probably the Kickstarter is going to launch, then I'm probably going to take a big long nap. These are just small pocket pouches. But I want to get them. I'm doing them by color. So everything that I'm doing right now is going to have black stitching and black top stitching. And then when I'm ready for the next color, I'll be switching colors, keep going, switch colors, keep going. But I do the entire thing. But yeah, what's new with you guys? My God, I have just been so like, I have been so all about the squirrely energy. Oh, I'm also using my walking foot today too. Walking foot and knee lift can be a really good combo because with the walking foot, I don't have to worry about the regular foot pushing things out of place. Ew, unwanted contact from somebody from my past. I wouldn't mind a little reading about how to handle the fallout. Thanks. Absolutely. Let me cut this. That's not it. That's unwanted contact is, I'm going to save that piece. Save that one, pitch that one. Which deck do you want, Artemis? There we go. All I'm doing is putting the 1/4 inch line right on my stitch line. And then cutting in my seam allowance. It's actually, I know people cut their fabric. I know people cut the size and then sew it all together, but then you still have to come back and trim anyway. So you cut the size, you sew it all together, you come back and you trim anyway. I'm going to use the NSFW. I'm going to use the NSFW. I find that when you're cutting it, when you're prepping your fabric for a project, you have to cut off all that stuff anyway. Why not mark your lines and then cut it all off later? I find I get more precision that way. See, I was saying the other day that I can rifle the deck just fine. I just can't do what Lisa wanted for the camera, which that's all done, by the way. That is all done. Lisa was just showing me. She's got all of the Kickstarter graphics and stuff done, and the video is done. Lisa did it all. I'm just sitting here taking the credit. This is awesome. My wife deserves so much credit for this deck. Okay, I received unwanted contact from someone in my past, and it's triggered my PTSD somewhat. How to handle the fallout. What's in this? Okay. How am I going to do this? So your first card was a devil. And in this version, come on. Okay, what I'm going to do. This camera has focusing issues once in a while. There we go. This camera doesn't. So you got the devil card. It's time to use your safe word. Dealing with your baggage is the only way out, which is probably. Oh, okay. So this is And this is not a surprise then. Okay, it wasn't a surprise as soon as I saw it. Mentioning that is even less of a surprise. So it's time to use your safe word, and it's time to do whatever it is that you need to do. Like maybe if you were in therapy, it's time to go back. Maybe if you've got people, if you've got people in your world that are anyone or anything who is able to support you through this, it's time to reach out to them. And don't. This is about dealing, like, I mean, people look at the devil card as addiction, which can be literal, but it's also about dealing with the things that are holding you back. And a lot of times, especially in an interpersonal situation, a lot of times what can hold you back is not wanting to drag other people into your shit. Well, now is the time to make, if you've like, oh, I've had this unwanted contact, but I'm not going to tell anybody, tell everybody. Okay, tell everybody. Make sure that people who are in a position to help you through this are aware that it happened. Can I get all this in there? That's not going to get in there. Okay. So you've got 2 of Pentacles. You can juggle that shit, no problem. I got to lean in now. You can juggle that shit, no problem. Prioritize your responsibilities so you don't drop the ball. Okay. So you've got some day-to-day shit that is keeping you from feeling like you can deal with this. So again, back to use your safe word. Focus on the things that really matter right now. So this person, okay, don't cry over asshats. Allow yourself to grieve what was lost. Remember what remains. So this is literally about making sure you've got day-to-day responsibilities that you do have to juggle day-to-day responsibilities, day-to-day bullshit. You're not going to, okay, this isn't about whether or not you're going to be happy about it, but you can do it. Okay, keep that in mind. You can do it. So yeah, you can juggle that shit, no problem. Prioritize your responsibilities so you don't drop the ball. So you may have to make a decision to, I've got, you're still going to be able to handle it, but maybe there's a few things that you have to handle next week, right? Not throw it away completely. Everything that's on your to-do list needs to stay on your to-do list, but it doesn't have to be done today. So make sure you prioritize the things that really matter. Get the help you need. And like I said, this is okay. Obviously, dealing with your baggage is always the only way out. That doesn't make it fun. It doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it pleasant, but use your safe word. Call in the people and the resources that you need. Call in the people and resources from people who know what's going on. And don't cry over asshats. Just remember that you don't owe this person a fucking thing. A lot of time what happens is somebody fucks you over, and then somebody fucks you over. Some time goes by, and then they say, I'm ready to move on. And you're allowed to say to them, fuck you. I don't think so. This is not, you did this to me. You made me feel this way. I don't want contact with you for a reason. Fuck you. You stay over there, and I'm going to move on with the stuff that matters, with what remains. Oh, you're welcome. I hope it helps. And yeah, I think the devil card coming up as your first card, considering the context of what you said, if there anyone or any, definitely. Well, you referenced Lisa. One of the things that Lisa used to do is like she didn't want to make it other people's problems, or she's like, well, if I tell you, you're just going to get mad, you're going to get upset, you're going to get whatever, right? Like if I tell you I'm having a bad day, a bad this, a bad that, you're going to, and it's like, I'm an adult. I am responsible for my own emotions and reactions and this and that. If it helps you, this is what I would say to her. I'm an adult. I'm an adult, and I'm going to have my thoughts and feels. Yeah. No is really coming to mind as a safe word. Yes. No is a complete sentence. No is an absolutely complete sentence. Okay. Regardless of what what is incentivizing this person, I have found Jesus. I'm a new person. I've been in therapy for 20 years now to fix myself so that I can be in your life. You can still look at that person and go, and what does that have to do with me? Get the fuck out. No. Anyway, but also when it comes to reaching out, just remember that you're reaching out to adults, and they are allowed to. Do not feel like you're bothering somebody else by bringing it up. Yeah, I'm learning to share my stuff. That was one of Lisa's big struggle. I can't even talk today, but hey, I'll do readings. It's fine. Yeah. Just because they're ready to be forgiven doesn't mean you're obligated to give them that or whatever it is that they want. They feel okay. They feel they're contacting you. Even I'm assuming, and I have to assume because I'm not sitting there with you. I have to assume that they believe that they want something. They want your forgiveness. They want you to help them with something. They want something, no matter what it is they want, no matter why it is they want it, and no matter what they've done to make themselves believe they've earned it. You still don't have to give it to them. End of story. No is a complete sentence. I like that, Gail. Okay, time to do another bag. Time to do another bag. But yeah, Lisa used to struggle with feeling like, because Lisa's job was always as the peacemaker. Well, you're not being the peacemaker if you tell. I'm not okay. I have to like, whatever. I always express myself a certain way, right? Everybody does. You're not being the peacemaker if you're telling somebody else that this is fucked up, right? Oh, well, thank you. But no, if one of the things that Lisa struggled with, because of course, her family installed all those buttons, was if I tell somebody this is a problem, hi Robin, how you doing? If I tell somebody this is a problem, this is what her struggle was. If I tell somebody that this is a problem, that I'm not being the peacemaker, I'm not doing my job. Because of course, if anything goes wrong, now it's your fault, right? And no, I don't need that shit. And you do not offer them you do not owe them an apology or an explanation. You don't have to say, oh, I'm sorry, this isn't good for me. You just need to go, no, fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. That's what you can say. I got my cards. I am sewing today because I'm sewing today and I'm doing readings today. We're just chilling while I get some sewing done. I'm just going to repeat myself as people show up. Just letting Robin know I'm trying to get some sewing done, but I'm also very scattered today. So it's like I'll do a little sewing, and if anybody has a question, I'll do a reading. So we'll just chillax, get me through the tomorrow is the big launch party. So I'm not even going to try to do anything coherent or rational. But if I try too hard to get sewing done, then I'll go, and I'll make mistakes. A bit of ASMR. Yeah. We might actually be getting the box a little snugger. I don't know how that's going to work yet. We have to check. We have to hear back. We noticed there might be wiggle room to make it about. Okay, this is the production. This is the production stuff, right? So we noticed, and it's not a bad thing because we are super happy with the way things are right now. But no ribbon, because the prototypes don't come with ribbon. There will be a ribbon. We noticed that. We noticed that when we get it tucked in there just right, there's enough room for them to make it about 1 millimeter smaller on each side. So we're actually going to ask if that's possible. So if it is, the deck will be a little more snug, which would be nice. But we kind of Lisa explained it to me and made me agree with her. If you have to let go, if you're playing the risk game like I am and have to let go because you're dumb, then make sure that you just double check that nothing has shifted this way. I'm excited about Kickstarters, and I never do Kickstarters, but I want to be at the starting line when you push the go button, and I've got my track shoes on and my credit card in hand. Aw, that is so sweet, Robin. I'm glad you like the deck. I think Lisa showed me your comment. A lot of thoughtful ideas, actually. I believe I don't know if she said she was going to respond. I don't know if she has yet or not. Well, I suppose if she has, you'd see a notification. So, but yeah. No, it's been a fun project. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, I'm an absolute squirrel today, and you guys know how I'm halfway into a thought and then just go off on a tangent to begin with. Expect that to be really bad today, but I realized that if I tried to do the buckle down and get some work done, then I would either get impatient because sewing. Oh my God, is a little bit slower and more deliberate, and I would probably start making mistakes. Or getting, I don't know if getting rough is the right thing. Like when I'm doing these, I go a little slower because I want to catch I'll show you guys in a second. When I'm sewing around the edge, this is an iron-on interfacing, which over time can come loose because as the glue breaks down. So I want to catch the very edge of the interfacing all the way up, but at the very top, I want to be just exactly off of the interfacing. I would fuck that up 6 ways from Sunday if I was trying to hurry. It's like, okay, I'm gonna come on live. You guys can keep me company. I haven't been live in a bit. When was the last time? Okay, I know I was live on Monday doing readings, but I haven't been live just chilling and hanging out for a while. I decided this is a fun fact that if you sneeze just right, you can throw your neck out. Which I don't know how to describe it. I wasn't all crippled up, but I was uncomfortable. So it's like, I'm not really going to be sewing because I'm uncomfortable. So, and that was last week's excuse. I'm fine now. There was a couple of times where I had the was gonnas, but then I had like other because I'd lost a few days of just general life. It's kind of hard to describe because you sneeze, right? Or you're turned at a slight angle and you sneeze, so everything just gets you end up feeling like you ever sleep funny. You ever sleep funny and get a tweak in your neck? That's what can sometimes happen to me. I always say throw my neck out, and that's not really what's happening, but when that sort of shit happens, you've got to when that sort of stuff happens, you can't really push it. Yeah, I am looking forward to tomorrow. We're doing the whole nervous thing. By the way, I don't know if this, see you in 10. I don't know if this matters or not. We did our final, there's going to be some early birds. So there's going to be, let me just clicky the button. Back in the day, I dropped my towel on the bathroom floor, and when I scooped it up, I threw out my back and ended up sleeping on the floor for 2 days. Worst pain. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I've done that too. No, if you've ever woken up with a stiff neck, that's what because don't forget, okay, I think by now most of you guys have heard me. I'm gonna sneeze. So I kind of know this is gonna sound weird, but I kind of know if I feel okay, like if I'm like this and I feel a sneeze coming on, like I'm all twisted up, right? I'm gonna move up, I'm gonna move over, I'm gonna get myself nice and straight up and down. It's one of those things when you take the time to overthink it, then you go, oh, okay, that's what I do. So I always make sure that I'm not going to be standing or sitting in a position that's going to strain my neck or my back or whatever. But every now and again, just the you wake up feeling like I'm over explaining it. I'm trying to reassure everybody, and I don't really need to. You end up feeling like you slept funny. That's what ends up happening. It's like, oh, I feel like I slept funny, but it just kind of makes you feel a little messed up for a day or two. That's all. Because what happens is you wake up, oh, I feel like I slept funny, but you're still fucking sneezing. That's the problem. Anyway, anybody wants a reading, drop the question. I will have an excuse for a break. I'll have an excuse not to get like. Oh, I did that. These are not that precise. These are not as precise and whatnot as I'm making it sound. But you got to go a little slower. Pocket pouches, I have to go a little slower to make sure I get it right, which is absolutely not a problem. But when my energy like this is all over the place, yeah, you wouldn't believe. I was getting these ready to go. There's a little origami fold, right? These are smalls. I was trying to, I got them prepped. And then I went and had dinner or did something and came back later after getting them prepped. So they're smalls, and I'm sitting there fighting with them going, why can't I get these larges to fold properly? Did you catch that? Because I feel like it took me way too long to catch that. So I'm like, why is there, because there's supposed to be a flap. This one here. Okay, there's supposed to be that much of a flap, right? That much of a flap. I had like that much, and I couldn't figure out. So I was doing it all wrong. Yeah, those are the mistakes I make when I get hurrying. I think we all make mistakes when we hurry, though. I had to use a friend's bathtub, and it was his house. I was stranded, and I had to pee in a... Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not fun. That is not even a little bit fun. That's not fun or funny. That... I have never been that racked up. I mean, I think by the time you hit a certain age, most of us can go, oh, yeah, I've thrown my back out a couple of times. Because I think we all have by that age. But, I've never been that bad. I mean, I threw my back out the one time when my kids were still little. I threw my back out, and my ex, I was still living with him at the time. I threw my back out when the kids were little, and my ex, we really, money was tight. We couldn't afford for him to take time off work, so I called my parents, and they come and got the kids. I guess it was just John at the time. Called my parents and said, yeah, I threw my back out. I'm kind of messed up here. And so they came and took the baby for a week. They took the baby on like a Monday, and then we came and got him that weekend, right? But I think that's the worst I've ever been. And the only reason why it was a problem was because you're taking care of a kid at the same time. Yeah, luckily he didn't throw me out on the street, but was paging. I don't know. Now I think if I had to feed somebody on a paper plate on the floor for 2 days, I think I'd be kind and let that happen. I think it'd be like, hey, buddy, I will help you feel better. I will be patient, and I will do whatever it takes to help you feel better. But the minute you're feeling better, I deserve the right to make every joke I possibly can about this. Okay. I think I would make a deal. I would have just wandered off straight to the hospital, but that off a little bit. There it is. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. That would see, and now I feel better. I feel pathetic when I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna try and get anything done today. He wanted me to go to the hospital, but the doctor said they couldn't do better there than me sleeping on a hardwood floor. Yeah, that's the big thing about the. I mean, I don't want to make political content. I'm not political. No, I'm up here in Canada, right? So it's like up here in Canada, it's like that's exactly what we would do. And it's like I'm going to go to the hospital and let nurses deal with it, but I wouldn't be getting a bill. No bills, no co-pays. There's still stuff that we have to pay for. Like, don't get me wrong, but our medical system is a lot cheaper. Our biggest issue in Canada, I think, is doctor shortage, because we have a lot of people. It's very, very common because of who our neighbors are. Yeah. Well, with all the black. This is a quilting glove. But yeah, our biggest problem in Canada is that we don't have enough doctors, and the doctors that we do have, a lot of them end up spending part or most of their careers working in the States, because the States pays better money than Canadian. because doctor rates in Canada are dictated by the Canadian government, we have a lot of people that go down to the States to get further ahead financially in their careers. Yeah, this is a quilting glove because my skin gets so dry that I can like not leave fingerprints, even on things like glasses and stuff. So it lets me. It's rubber. The reason why the tips are black is because it's rubberized, so it acts like an eraser and picks up the tiniest bit of pigment. So, and because I use so much black, picks up the pigment really easily. But it is amazing for my grip because I've always struggled with dry skin, always. So this gives me grip because I actually get tendinitis. I actually get tendinitis up through here from excessive gripping, and when I wear the gloves I don't have the same problem, so it really protects me from that. But they come in a pair. And they're actually quilting gloves, so that when you're doing those big ass projects that are like manhandling through the machine, that you can get a better grip that way. But I just find it's really good for all the way around. I wish they came in black. I really do, though, because this has nothing to do with being dirty. There's nothing. These are actually very clean. Hello there, welcome back. These are actually really clean, but the rubber acts like we've all had those cheap erasers that end up getting stained over time. So we all know what that's like. But yeah, it ends up just taking off just enough that it makes you go, but I'll tell you, it's been ever since I discovered these things, it's been a lifesaver. I actually picked them up because I had a quilt. I picked them up because I had a quilt I needed to work on, and I knew that that was going to be a problem because I'd already done other quilts. And I was like, oh, it gets really rough. Let's try these gloves. So I tried them, and yeah, now I just keep them around for almost everything. That's why they're stained, is because I didn't just use them on a single project. I use them for everything. This is like an origami fold, by the way. You measure it, you fold it up, then you fold it down, grip everything but the back piece. Give it a flip without knocking it out of place. I tried that, Gail. I tried Gail's comment. I've used those gardening gloves from Costco that come in large packs as quilting gloves. I have an opposite problem. Because my God, I need to be fucking special. I just need to be the special one in the room. The Costco, those types of gloves are, they make my hands sweat really bad. What time? The stream is starting at 10 a.m. Yeah, we start at 10. So we start at 10. We're going to hit the go live button during the live, but I don't think we're going to be on. I don't want to make, well, you're going from what time? Noon to 1. Oh, we will definitely be done by then. Are you doing live readings, Robin? I have a scary readings one I'm doing. Are you doing live readings or something else? But yeah, so basically I'm so used trying to figure out what time. Oh, 10 here. Oh shit. 10 here is 11, 12, 1. We are 3 hours earlier than you. It's 2:39 p.m. right now. It is 2:39 p.m. right now where I am. So on Friday. Yeah, so you should be just finished. You'll be just finishing up. Don't forget, we're what we did the last time for the launch party. I'm not sure if you made it for the last launch party, but anyway, in case anybody else sees this, first we're going to come in and chat about the deck, because we know from experience that people are going to have questions. People are going to have last minute questions. I mean, some people are completely up to speed on what's going on, but there's tons of people out there who only get a chance to be on Facebook or all the other social medias. There's people that don't get as much opportunity to be online. So it's probably going to be at least half an hour or so of questions before we actually hit the button. It'll be 6 p.m. here. Perfect time for Coke. There you go. It's always time. Well, Coca-Cola. Are we talking Coca-Cola? Yeah, you should be able to make it. You should be able to make it. And if things move along exceptionally fast, we might hit the go live as early as 10:30. But Lisa's fairly certain. Oh, cake. I thought you said Coke. I was going to make a joke about cocaine. But, you know, that's just me. Cake. I gotta love that. I gotta love that little bit of lag that just makes it funnier. I'm an asshole. We know I'm an asshole. We're just gonna laugh that off. No. I didn't see the A, so that was entirely my fault. But I did assume that you meant like Coca-Cola. A lot of people won't drink certain beverages at certain times of day. So I just assumed, oh, okay, you gotta. I used to drink coffee all the time, but I had to switch out to decaf sugar-free. So I got into drinking Diet Coke. I'm supposed to drink decaf, but Diet Coke doesn't have much caffeine in it. It doesn't have nearly as much as you think it does. So now I drink Diet Coke. So now I've gotten into a really bad habit of I grab one as soon as I'm up for that little tiny hit of caffeine. Okay. Burb. I just gotta blow my nose. I can't have, yeah, you know what? It took me a long time to get used to the artificial sweeteners. Seltzer every day. The bubbles seem to help my digestion. Huh. That seltzer is like one of the things I don't. By the way, if you're doing something where you're doing a weird fold, because I can't see that, right? This is the other side. I can't see that anymore, right? But because there's so many layers of interfacing here, I can run my finger down here and feel if it's lined up. If it's lined up on this side, it's lined up on that side. That includes since I got a cake on special. Like, oh, cool. In special, not on special. Oh, I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to be 10 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be 10 o'clock in the morning, and when the decks are expected to ship. Lisa mentioned that. What did she mention? Let me see if she put it in writing for me. We were just talking earlier today. Where is it? Come on. There we go. Do. No, she said it verbally. I was like, if she wrote it down, oh, there you go. There she is. There's the wife. Kickstarter will say April. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I couldn't remember whether you wrote it down for me or whether you said it to me. And it's like, if you didn't write it down, I'm not going to repeat it. We are. I need to clean my glasses. I thought it said working, but was pooping. Yeah, that's okay. I thought Artemisian was getting into some Coke. So, well, I didn't think that, but I thought it was a great opportunity for a bad joke. Yeah, it's going to say April, but I'm going to tell them there's only a few people. I'm going to swear you guys to silence. Can you guys? Okay, it's not a secret. It's not a secret. We are really okay. Once you place the order, you still have to wait 6 to 8 weeks for them to get it printed. You may have to wait 6 to 8 weeks for shipping. So there's still a whole lot. There's still a whole lot regarding timing that's outside of our control. You're welcome. Okay, we cannot make promises. Okay, so there's still, once you place your production order, there's stuff that's outside of your control. If they have a big, what did Gail say? Happy shitting. Yeah, see, everybody wishes you well, baby. We all think so well of you. Okay, so just to make sure that this is a crush your fingers, but if things go according to plan, we may be able to if things go according to plan with no delays, we might be able to put in our production order like the same day the campaign ends. And if we can get away with if we can do that, then things are going to move along a lot faster. It's no guarantee that I mean, it's not like you'll get your deck by Christmas. Nothing like that's happening. But we could be coming in super fast, because what we did was Unicorn Journey was successful. We know that. Nobody, I don't think there's anybody that doesn't know that. Well, what we did, what people don't know, I think the NSF is going to sell more than the Safe for Work deck. What happens when you're doing a yeah, we're much further along time-wise, and basically what we did was we saved some of the profits from the Unicorn Journey Tarot to help pay, because there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to pay for, right? So it's like, well, if we save some of the money from the Unicorn Journey Tarot, we can have a head start on some of that stuff on the next deck. And to be absolutely honest, if this deck is successful, we'll save some of this money for the Unicorn Journey Oracle, and so we're using one deck to pay it forward on the next deck, and we're hoping that it'll depend on how many decks we need to order, but we're hoping that's really going to work in our favor. Hi, Marion. Oh, nice. How you liking the deck? I just realized I have not done a single reading with that deck. Yeah, Lisa's basically a pro now. Lisa's basically a pro. I was wondering if you ordered equal numbers, if you might get stuck with a lot of the safe ones. Basically, I can answer that for you, Robin, or Lisa can. Is it? Oh, Lisa's comment is still up. There we go. So basically, when we went to order this deck, there's certain minimums, right? There's minimums and price breaks and all kinds of weird shit that happens. I'm staying the fuck out of most of it, but the system, how this works is that we can order 500 of one deck and 5,000 of the other one if that's how the numbers go. So we don't have to be concerned about that. So that is we have to commit to certain minimums, but beyond that, no. Like if one deck does significantly better than the other, then we can order less of, as long as we are ordering the minimum. So like if the minimum is 100 decks, then yeah, we have to buy 100 decks. We have to commit to that. But then if the other deck sells, that's not right. If the other deck sells more, then we can buy 300 of one and 100 of the other and stuff like that. Every now and again, something shifts. Your lives are a shit show. Have you never been here, Marion? There's no way. There's no way. Nobody does a shit show like I do. Okay. It shifted, so I have to redo it. And if it continues to shift, then I will iron it. Yeah, if there's a bit, yeah, like Lisa said, I over-explain everything, but yeah, we can definitely sort it out if there's a disparity. I'm going to measure it from here this time. That's right. Basically, let's get this over here. I'm doing it, not really doing much. I can feel that where the fold is. I can feel that because it's nicely bumped up, right? So I can just go like that, take the ruler in, gently, I'm just gently like patting it into place, and I look along the top line here and make sure that it's lining up straight. If it's not lining up straight, then I'll back out and refold it. It can be a tiny bit off. I mean, that's fine, but like if it's like more than like a 1/16 of an inch, this is small, so a 1/16 of an inch is a lot. You actually have the bigger the smaller the pieces, the less wiggle room you have. Ugh. I'm curious to know how many folks out there will be offended enough by the NSFW to buy the tamer one. Like how many tarotists can't handle nudity in their decks? I think a minority. Actually, I think it's going to be interesting. So far, if this little channel is anything to go by, we haven't done a whole lot of public readings yet, right? This is the only place you're going to see readings until I'll be doing some live readings tomorrow, but this is the only place that you're going to see live readings for a while. So far, everybody wants the NSFW, but somebody might want the NSFW, but they might have kids in their world. A lot of people have said they're getting both, which is like, I am like super flattered by that. It'll be interesting. Honestly, I don't think the NSFW is that bad, but then I swear like a sailor. You go, Marion. Yeah. Honestly, I think the NSFW might end up being the one people like the most. I have not heard I haven't heard from anybody who says that they find anything offensive about the deck. So there, I removed the comment myself. Oh, thanks, baby. Oh, right. Okay. I'm getting both because I have to have all your things. Plus, there's a couple of specific Peggyisms in the classic that mean a lot to me personally. You know what I'm thinking about doing at some point? Because we're gonna have extra decks that I get to play with. I'm thinking that once the proper versions come in, that I might just make a double deck and see what that's like to read with. Because you'll have two of everything. And maybe getting the tame or the not so tame. But that's me because I'm not, So yeah, so far no one said they're offended. The most egregious, and let's put that in some very heavy brackets, the most egregious comment I've seen so far is, I'm not sure. My kids like to get into my tarot decks. I may have to pass on the NSFW because of them. That's it. Oh, great minds, honey. Anyway. So there's this. Okay, so if you have any questions, Lisa, I forgot that Lisa is also super excited today. So she's doing the bare minimum. She's at work right now, but she's doing the bare minimum because she's doing this. She's got the same. It didn't even occur to me that you were going to come into my live. But she's got the same problem as me, is that if she tries too hard at anything today, she's just going to find creative ways to fuck it up because she's distractible and excited. So this is probably your best opportunity, guys. If you got questions, yeah, I'm legit avoiding my job today. If you guys have questions, if you guys have questions of a super hyper. Oh my fucking God, we're hyper, which is fine. It's not a surprise to anybody. Yeah, the decks have a lot of words on them, but I love that you have both the funny quotes and the explanation. They take up half the card, but really need both. This was intentional too. It's like if I can't just put this was something that I took it off. I took the quote off myself, honey. You don't have to do it. Yeah, if you guys have got any like logistical type questions that Lisa can answer, she's the one to ask, because when I try to answer a logistical question, I start every answer with, now just remember, I'm going by what my wife told me, assuming that I was listening and got the right and understood what she was saying. But yeah, no, we did that, and we did that intentionally, because it's like some of my sayings, like, okay, like what was the devil card we just had? Time to use your safe word. That not everybody's not, not everybody is going to resonate with every sassy comment. So it's better to have. I thought Lisa agreed. We did it together. That co-opting my wife into making sure that there was a basic meaning that wasn't just a keyword on every card, because anybody who's willing to buy a card with keywords or writing on it, they deserve a little bit more than just a shitty comment. Plus we realized, I'm gonna go get it in a second. Plus we realized, we're like, my favorite deck has even more text. Yeah, we may. I'm going to get my mom the NSFW version and film her going through the deck. It'll be hilarious. Oh my God. Tell mom I'm sorry. Tell her you're sorry. Tell her I'm sorry immediately. There we go. Do it. Burp. Backstitch. Don't forget the backstitch. Oh, well then tell mom I said hi. And have a great fucking day. My scrap pile is getting bigger and bigger and bigger again. Paying the illustrators. That is very much dependent on who the illustrator is, and can vary wildly. Very wildly. Like Lisa, I'm not gonna speak for Lisa. She did all of the work of sorting out the artists. We came across one artist, complete unknown. I don't know what the deal was, but they wanted, I forget what it was, like something like $300 or $400 a card. I've been patiently waiting for my UJT decks and books. I grabbed a couple to arrive, but lost patience with Amazon, canceled the pre-order for your book, and did a new purchase, and it's finally here. People have been doing that like crazy, canceling their pre-order. Okay, so all of these are done. I got to start flipping them. Now I got to start flipping them. Then I got to flip them all. This is the part I don't like. Well, it doesn't really matter that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's put these at the top so I don't continue crushing that one that's already flipped. And count over again. I turn that off. Oh, wow, November 8th. That's got to suck. At that rate, Sassy Dragon will get to you first. Okay, I'm just being a dick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I gotta cut the elastic. That's what I want. That's what I want. Do. Basically, I've got a whole pack of stuff over here. That's less than 2 weeks. It is less than 2 weeks, isn't it? I got a bunch of stuff over there to do. I find that if I do a bunch, so this is 15 because I'm doing them all in black, right? If I cut the elastic first, then finish this batch, then like the next one I've got like 6 that are going to be in dark blue. But if I cut all of the elastic now, sooner or later these ends can start. I don't know if you guys are going to see it. The ends, come on, can start to fray. The ends can start to fray, and I really don't want to. You can scorch the ends with a lighter to keep it from fraying, but I really don't want to have to do that because I'm just going to be sewing it up inside. I'm going to be sewing it up anyway. If I scorch the 2 ends and then put 2 scorched ends together like this, absolutely not a problem, but it could create an uncomfortable bump inside the bag. So I ordered Unlocking the Tarot in paperback, but now I wish I'd ordered it on my Kindle. Easier for me to handle and read in bed. But often tarot books aren't good on Kindle because of illustrations. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I don't know if Lisa's still here. She might be talking to her boss. Hey, Lisa, why aren't you working? Because fuck you. Fuck you, Dwayne. No, Dwayne's a good guy. She already warned him. He knows that there's a... He knows that there's a... He knows that he's already... She took in the prototypes to show her boss. He wants one with naked women on it. He's like, no, I want women. Where's the boobs? I'm like, that'll be the next deck. It'll be fine. It's kind of funny. Dwayne is a really good guy. Like, I mean, he's very much a guy, which is fine. I'm making it sound like it's something we're just willing to tolerate, which isn't true. Yeah, Lisa isn't working because it's Friday. He's very much a guy with guy humor, but at the same time, like, he fired a guy for making a homophobic comment. Like, there's this, he's a perfect blend. He's that perfect blend that you're like, I like this guy. He's that perfect blend of all the guy things while still being just a really decent guy and very respectful. Yeah, normally I do better at counting, but yeah, budget is definitely part of it for your artists. Most artists are going to want to get paid first. But it depends. It depends. Like, I mean, if you have a friend who happens to be an artist and is willing to work first and then get paid, then of course it. Oh, okay, that's enough. Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, Lisa. I'm gonna stay out of it. Just read Lisa's comments. I'm gonna cut elastic. Hi, Trisha. I am making small pocket pouches. I've just finished getting everything done. I just have to flip them over and get the elastic in and then top stitch everything into place. And then I get to move on to the blue, the light blue, the purple. Yeah, I've got 3 shades of blue coming. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 shades of blue and a shade of purple coming up. So that's what I'm working on today. I also have my cards back out. If anybody wants a reading, then it gives me an excuse to take a break. So if you have any question, well, 6 tarot bags from you, and now my dilemma is which decks to store in them. So now they're just sitting there staring at me. Oh, I'm sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I do this to myself all the time. I lose track of where I'm counting. Like I said, I'm doing a full batch of smalls. Anything 12, anything extra that I cut will get used because I've got but I like to do them as I go, just because then they're not, it's like, okay, it's like fabric. You don't want to, the ends of the elastic can fray, and I just want to have as little fraying time as possible. And don't forget that if you're cutting elastic for something, allow for probably like an extra inch over and above what you need, because you're going to have to give it at least at least a quarter inch seam allowance at either end, whatever your, oh, thank you. Thank you, Robin. The stitching and pressing is so exciting and so tight. Well, don't use lube. It's hard to wash out. Well, if you do, use something water-based so it will wash out. Where am I putting that? I'm putting that there. Okay. Now, I like to set myself up. This is an overthink if you're doing 3 bags, whatever. But if you're doing like I'm doing, like I've got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 27. I've got 30 right here. And then as soon as this is done, I'm switching over to larges and doing at least 30 more. Or no, am I doing larges, or am I doing, I think I'm doing 2 pockets next. I always try to keep mental notes. So what I do to avoid hand fatigue is I'll set myself up so I have to do 2 or 3 actions. I'm still using my hands, but like this, I'll be coming in here. I don't know how to describe this. It's a real, okay, if you've ever been in a situation like stuffing envelopes, or if you've ever been in a situation where you have to do the same small number of motions over and over and over again, you get a real appreciation for a slightly different motion, even though it doesn't seem like it's a huge change. So like this, I'm like pushing. It's hard to describe. A lot of people are like, sewing is really hard on your hands. And so, yeah. I've seen some artist creator drama too, and no thank you, but everyone I've worked with has been absolutely incredible. Total professional and a dream to work with. I ended up practically adopting mine. What? Who did you adopt? These are getting sewn in. So I prefer not to burn the ends. But if I were doing a project where one end was going to be out, then I would just take the lighter and go over super quick. You don't need to scorch them down fully. Let me just cut a small sample and I'll show you. Let me cut I can get the scissors out. They're right in front of me. Okay. I'll get out a small sample and show you. Okay. I'm just intentionally fraying the ends a bit. Let me switch my cameras. Okay. So you got, so you got a little bit of the fraying, right? And it's starting there and it's starting there. So if you want the fraying to stop, a lot of people make this mistake. And I'm going to really melt this down. If it's not flaming, it's not doing anything, right? A lot of people do this. So then you come in and you go, okay, well, for starters, it's not necessarily easy to keep it straight. And when you turn it sideways, it's very hard. There it is. You can see how it bubbles out at the edges. You see, if you can see that, it's like, it's now gotten thick. It's now thick and it's rough. So if I do the same thing on this, if I do the same thing here and then fold them, I'm going to have double thickness, double roughness. And that, even if it's inside of a layer of fabric, you're going to feel it. Like I can feel that. It's not going to feel nice, right? So if you're going to do the ends, don't burn. It's kind of hard to describe because people talk about this all the time. So take the time to clean it up a little bit and make sure it's as straight as you can get it. Okay. Which is fine. Now so I took the time to straighten it up because a lot of people figure if they just burn it, it'll whatever, right? Take the time to straighten it up. And then I got, there you go. That I should have closed. There we go. So basically take the time to straighten it up and then you go get your lighter, tap, tap, tap. That's it. And if you run your fingernails, it's tap, tap, tap. If you run your fingers over it, you'll feel that it's slightly rough. It's slightly rough, but it didn't change. It didn't change shape. See, it didn't like melt into itself. It's slightly rough, but it's not thick. That end's thick. So I'm back again. I know if Lisa's still here, but let me tell you, the way I laugh when you had to make multiple attempts to say the word dick in the walkthrough. Yeah, I know. Did you guys catch the part when she said, I'm trying to get the word dick out of my mouth? Because if you take out the word, then she's saying, I'm trying to get the dick out of my mouth. Or keep the dick out of my mouth or something like that. And I listen to that and I'm just like, God, I'm such an asshole. Anyway, so if you are going to scorch the, if you're going to burn the ends, do not do that, because it looks amazing on a video. I'm going to scorch the ends. It looks great. Lightly scorch, very lightly scorch, just exactly enough. And you will see and feel the difference. Test a piece. Anyway, I try not to get on my high horse about what other people are doing with their projects, but I do get on my high horse a little bit about how people do this stuff, because it looks really cool in the internet to ignite a piece of elastic, but that's not the right way to do it. It is not the right way to do it. So now, we'll switch cameras again. So now I'm just, when in doubt, iron it. If finger pressing, especially if you have mobility issues, then just get it good enough and then iron it into place. Find your center. Okay. I always double check, especially if I'm being distractible. I always double check to make sure it's going where I want it. There we go. Clips, pins, whatever works for you. Center it. So, yeah, so basically flipping it is one set of hand motions. Adding the elastic is a different set of hand motions. But yeah, I try, because I'm sewing it down, and I'm sewing it with a decorative stitch. So it's going to be like, it's going to be held down really, once the stitch gets to the elastic, it's going to get held down really well. If I'm using, I got to switch up my foot. If I'm using a stitch sometimes you're using a stitch that you may feel isn't doing a very good job here. If you're using a stitch that doesn't catch it well enough for your liking, then just come back and just go exactly along the very top, right there, right exactly there, with a straight stitch, and just there to there and there to there, and pin it down later. Hi, Moira, how are you? Oh, it's only 3:14. Oh, I gotta take that foot off. Come on, you get in there. No. Oh. Okay, I always try to make sure that the screw doesn't come out, because the screw is on the left-hand side, and I am not left-handed. So sometimes, okay, it's going in. Every now and again, I try and get the YouTube captions translated me saying deck to dick because of my accent. I'll tell you right now, though, the best one is an Australian accent. Australian accent sounds exactly like they're saying dick. And yeah. Okay, I've got this Tara dick. And of course, when you're talking about a deck, you don't just say tarot deck, or you said something crass and I missed it. Dick free since 1999. I've been dick free since 1990. God, when did I leave my ex? I was with a guy. Funny thing is, I love men. I just don't want to date them. Nothing wrong with that, but still. Okay. So flip the bag once in a hand. So basically, instead of flipping everything, then adding the elastic to everything, then sewing everything, it's a lot less straining on your hands to yeah. Yeah, just because Lisa's visiting doesn't mean this is her stream. So what am I doing? Fishing for some garbage. Keep your scrap bin handy. I'm Canadian. I say apologies. I say I'm sorry as a greeting, so it's no big deal. We'll teach you. PTA, I'm a deck magnet. Funny thing is, more guys came on to me after I came out than before. How's that for fucked up? Okay, now I got to pick a design. Pick a design. I'm going to pick a simple one. I don't want to go crazy today. I'm just going to do a loopy loop. That one will do it. I will also point out when you get a machine, that has all this funky shit up here, save some scrap. Yeah, they want what they can't have. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you know what though? A lot of men just love bossy women. The more bossy I got, the more attention I got. It's like I should, if I had ever been in a situation where it's like, yeah. So note to all you ladies, note to all you ladies who don't plan on being with other ladies, get bossy. My God, they love it. Anyway, if you have a machine with all this fancy stuff on there, save your script. Even if you're not interested in it, save. I mean, that's you. That's a you problem, honey. Save your scrap fabric. Save whatever. You got a couple of spools of thread that you don't like. Save them, and just spend a little time. Yeah, I called you out. Save some scrap. You do not have to commit to fancy projects. Save some old t-shirts, whatever fabric you think you're going to want to work the most with. Save some stuff. Where are you going? There you go. And practice, because some of these only look good in certain situations, and practice with the different sizes. Like these will let me go. These will let me resize them in several different ways, and some look crappy unless you resize it. Some look crappy if you resize it. Some go well on some fabrics. Just take the time. It's definitely, if you end up with a machine, of course that's way over there. If you end up with a machine that has the fancy stitching, take the time to practice with them and see what you like before you commit to some schmancy project. Because I'll tell you right now, the first time I committed to a schmancy project without testing the stitches, I was so miserable. Because it was like, oh, I'm just going to do blah. And it's like, that looks like shit. What am I doing? And I realized I never tested any of this shit. Because you just look at the machine and assume that it's going to go, oh, thank you. You just look at the machine and you assume that it's going to look good. But like I've got a couple of stitches that look amazing if you adjust them properly, but they don't stitch on. I've got a couple of that. They look really, really good, but the minute you start adding 2 or 3 layers of fabric, they start looking like crap. That's what I do. That's what I did. Okay. So all I'm doing here is, let me see if I can bring the camera around. Okay, I'm centering this, right? Well, what I'm doing is, because this isn't exactly right, I'm centering between the 1 and the 8 because that's the best fit. And then I'm just wiggling each side to make sure that I've got the same gap between the 8 and whatever, and the 1 and whatever. And now it's centered. Puppies are doing really good. You can tell they're getting old, but they're doing good. They are having naps now. Yeah, ruining and wasting fabric, save it. Like or prep your fabric, prep everything up. I'm okay, I just reached back into my bin for scraps and end pieces, right? To get my stitch leader, I just reached back in the bin. So yeah, so center it, and then center that. This is 3/4 of an inch, so I know this is 3/4 of an inch. I know where to put it. I can eyeball it for that last 1/10 of an inch. So I just keep going. When in doubt, slow down. Something else too with the schmancy stitches, the fancier the stitch, the slower you want to go. Yes, you can. You can iron elastic, but you have to be careful. Okay. Now that I open my big mouth, okay, that stays there. Let's take this one off. Ironing elastic is a very specific thing. You can leave that there. I can take that. I can save that for the next time. Okay. So what I do when I'm finished here is I just come on. Boop. That's it. It's done. It's done. Because there's because this no matter what I do, there's going to be extra thread at either of these ends, so I just scorch it off. But again, scorch, don't burn. Okay. Ironing elastic. What do I got? I'm not gonna actually iron it. But we're gonna do the any plans to. Yeah, if you want to if you have a question right now, that gives me an excuse to take a break and do a reading. So far, only one person's. I'm such a scatterbrain today because of getting excited for tomorrow that I just thought I'd sew, and then if anybody wants a reading, it was fun doing the readings the other day, and it's fun when new people show up. But today is just not the day. Today is not the day for random people. I'm saying that shitty, but you guys know what I mean. Okay, so you're ironing your thing, right? This isn't on. I literally I want you guys to have the visual example because this is so fucking easy. Okay. So when you're ironing, I'm going to iron this properly in a bit, but when you're ironing, you come up here. You come up here. You can, this is where it's been sewn down, right? You can carefully come up to here. Don't touch the elastic. Okay. Yeah, just but scorch, don't burn. People online with other people show them making these big fucking flames. Yeah, look at me being badass, and it's like you're melting it, and you're melting it, and then you're gonna feel it. Okay, so now ironing. There it is. La 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 la. Okay. So sometimes your elastic will be like all whatever, right? Will be general use will stretch it back into shape. But if your elastic is messed up and it's like, this is making me nuts, right? Then you put your project on a towel. Put it on a towel, right? Straighten your elastic up to the way you want it. Put it on a flat towel. It doesn't have to be 4,000 layers of towel, okay? Put your project on a towel. Put the towel over top. If you don't have steam, then just spray a little bit of water and then turn your iron down and take your time. And it takes very little. If you iron directly or iron on high, it will just melt. Just the exact same way that little piece of elastic I showed you will melt. It'll just melt. So, and it doesn't have to be a ton, just like one layer. You can even feel it, right? Little steam, and have your iron on like, there's cotton, linen's the high, linen, cotton, wool, synthetic. So have it set on synthetic, tiny. You don't gotta. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. A little bit. Have your iron. Have your iron on the synthetic synthetic setting. Yeah, give me a question. Have your iron set to synthetic. Use a towel. Use a little bit of if you don't already have steam, do a little bit of dampness. Is there a difference between fabric for quilting and other fabric? Technically, no. Like I could cut this towel up and use it as my batting. Most quilts are made out of quilting cotton, which is 100% cotton. Other fabric, like you're not okay. You're not going to make you're not going to make a quilt out of silk. It is just insanely expensive. But if you want to make a quilt out of silk, there's no reason why you can't. The only thing that changes with your material. Oh, a newly renewed sex life. Oh my God. Okay, we need to hear about this. Okay. Sorry for the overly detailed explanation on age of 72. Who is he? Come on, you can tell. The elastic keeps twisting inside. There's some tricks for that. But I don't work. Funny, I do this all the time, but I don't actually work with like sewing elastic into seams and stuff like that. My only local fabric store is a quilting store. They didn't want to sell me fabric to make curtains. That's stupid. Now, okay, quilting fabric, quilting cottons are not, they are a little bit less flammable. Ooh, baby. Okay. I know plenty of people who've used quilting cottons to make curtains. So I'm not sure what that would have been all about. Now, I will say that any fabric, when it's exposed to sunlight, will fade, right? So maybe that is what they were thinking, is that the fabric's going to fade and then you're just going to be all disappointed. But now there's fabric that's designed for clothing, because like they always say on quilting fabric, don't use for children, because if quilting cotton ignites, it's more flammable than regular. I don't know what's put in fabric in clothing fabrics, but anyway, no, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't have been able to do that. Like when we had the studio, we had curtains. I've noticed that a lot of quilters are very gatekeepery. That could be that. I think that might be all it was, because the quilting store that I go to, one of the girls that works there, one of the managers that works there, she uses quilting cotton to make all of her clothes. There's no reason why. Yeah, it's out. Well, like I said, it sounds gatekeepy. It sounds like gatekeeping, because there was no reason for that. I mean, the only thing that I would have told you is, okay, just be aware though that if your window is facing towards the sun, the fabric will fade. But there's no reason otherwise. Okay, Robin and his sex life. Let's go. Where did I put there's my mouse. There's Mr. Mousy. But no, people quilt out of, yeah, they're snob. They were being snobs. Period. And stop. Where are you, Moira? Are you where are you again? Because there's Joann's in the U.S. As long as you're not ordering your keepsake calicos, they deliver. And up here in Canada, there's oh my God, what is the name of the place? Let me just get the name of it for you. Len's Mill. Come on. I don't want that. I want that. Yeah. Lens Mill is it. They've got like 8 or 9 locations. They're in Brantford, London. I forget how many locations they've got. They deliver. That is one of my favorite stores. They have all kinds of stuff that they deliver all their fabrics they deliver, and they can get free shipping if you order over a certain amount. But Lens Mill is one of my favorite stores in Canada because they've got really good comparable prices. There's also, sorry, Robin, that's not it. Do I have the other one? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, shit, that's not what I'm doing. Okay. I almost left the chat. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway. There's also Fabric Land, which is the Canadian version of Joann's. But if you look up Lens Mill, they may have a location in their area in your area, and they're online. They have sales all the time, good prices. My God, I can't shuffle. I'm supposed to be answering Robin's question. He's not answering to the interrogation about his love life, but that's okay. Invigorate Robin's love life. Well, oh, I gotta switch cameras. Gotta switch the cameras around. There we go. So we've got the Fool. Let the shit show begin. Now is not the time to worry. Just jump in. So that is the first thing you know. Just go for it. Don't worry. Just enjoy. What sassiness do the cards have to offer about my newly renewed sex life at the age of 72? Relax and enjoy the fucking ride. That's the very first card. And the next 2 cards are both queens. Queen of Swords. Sometimes you need to be a mouthy fuck. Be direct and transparent in your communication. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be like, just say what you want. Just say it. Just don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. Just say exactly, if you want to, in order to get what you want, say what you want. Right? And this Queen of Wands, be your best bad bitch self. Confidence is the key to your success. Assert yourself. I can see that my sex life takes a backseat to the quilting business. That's about no. Come on, this is a great reading. Okay, you're still. Yeah, I warned everybody that I was going to be a distractible fucking squirrel today. You got a great reading. And yeah, maybe this. Well, like, where does sex happen? The same place quilts live. I'm aging backwards now, getting younger every day and attacking life on the hookup apps. Well, apparently you're doing it right, because this is like, yeah, let the shit show begin. Now is not the time to worry. Just I don't even need to explain this. It's so obvious. Be direct. Be direct in what you want. Be direct in what you're offering. Be direct in what you expect. Just be your big old badass self and just relax. Enjoy the fucking ride. You're doing it right. You're already doing all the right things. Just keep doing more of it, and just be confident. Be confident. You deserve it. You're fine. Yeah, you're in for a good time. Enjoy it. And just enjoy it. And 2 queens coming up side by side. It's like, yeah, really lean into that energy. You've got everything you need. Yep. Negotiating up front, being honest. I want this. I don't want that. What do you want? Being blunt and direct in your communication. You're not at a stage of, okay, I don't know how to make this sound. I always have this problem with Lisa. It's like, I don't know how to make this not sound crappy, but it's also the truth. It's like, if I were to find myself single at the age of 60, I would not be fucking around playing coy. I mean, I'm 60. I'm turning 60 this year. It's like, I like you. I want to explore a relationship with you, or a hookup with you, or just enjoying some time with you. When you're 20, being coy, and because you're still, okay, when you're 20, you're still learning what you like, right? You already know what you like. You know what you like. You know what you want. You know what you're offering. Be blunt, be direct, get to the point. Don't waste time. Wasting time is, the time that you're wasting playing those games that 20-year-olds play is time that you're wasting not having a good time. Fun fact, I meet more guys who book tarot readings with me than coffee meets on the apps. It's an entire untapped demographic. Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, okay. And that is like, so it's like, you put your foot, the fool, put your foot in there, you're good to go. That is fine. Be blunt, be direct, because you know what? Next. And I know you live in New York City. So it's like, yeah, there's always, it's like, buddy, I am not going to play, I don't want you playing games with me. I'm not going to play games with you. There's, and it's the whole thing. I'm not like, I would be the exact same way. And, I'm not allowed to talk about this. If Lisa shows up screaming at me, you'll know. But anyway, no, it's like, you reach a certain level, and I don't think it's age. I think it's experience. And I think we equate age as a problem, when the reality is that experience is an advantage. You know who you are. You know what you know who you are. You know what you want. Have an entry in. Yeah, no, Moira's local shop was being snobby and wouldn't sell her fabric for curtains. So I gave her the Lens Mill link so she can go get it. Yeah, Peggy, my wife loves me so much. Yeah, Peggy, you really do not need to know how to communicate on hookup apps. This was for Robin, and you know it. Apparently, I'm getting in trouble because I did a reading for Robin, but I don't really care. It was fun. Did somebody else have a question? Somebody else had a question. I am. Okay, if anybody's got a question, yeah, just research, Lisa. I finished a bag. And I'm just going to do a couple readings. And then I thought somebody else. Yeah. Well, sure they did. You're the sass. That's what it said. It said, be your best bad bitch self. Like, you're the sass. You don't need sass. You don't need sass for you. You need to, yeah. Mandy had a question. Okay, I was looking for it. I didn't see it. What was your question, Mandy? Oh, there it is. What's in store for my mind, body, and spirit in the coming week? Yeah, it's like we have a nice, quiet, easy to handle chat, and just all of a sudden everybody talks at me, and I am too much of a squirrel. Apparently, more than 2 comments, and I can't handle life. Yeah, I don't know how the apps work, but I know how people work, right? And the stuff that worked when you were 20 is no longer even necessary. So just be yourself, because you're already a badass. Just channel it and let it out. Okay, Mandy, what's in store for my mind, body, and spirit in the coming week? Okay, so you've got some stuff coming to an end. We'll get to the sass in a minute. Okay. Oh, I gotta go over here again. You know what? No, I'm gonna leave everything the way it was. I gotta move stuff out of the way. As long as once you've cut fabric, or in this case elastic, as long as you're not over handling it, it won't fray. It will, but it won't. This shit doesn't spontaneously fray by itself. Okay. Orgies can be a lot of fun. Success lies in merging talents through teamwork. So you've got a teamwork opportunity coming up. And of course, yeah, I think they're going to be fun too. You've got something coming up where you need to work with other people. And that's not a problem. relax and enjoy it, right? Relax and enjoy it. And just remember that this is a teamwork opportunity for you, not a competition opportunity. So yeah, success is in merging talents through teamwork. So that is something that you're going to have to focus on this week. So it may be, I'm at a guess, I would say that working as part of a group isn't necessarily something that you either you don't do it very often or you don't necessarily enjoy it. Relax and enjoy it. Just try your best to relax and enjoy it. But don't block the clue by four. You're going to learn something. Knowledge. Don't block the damn clue by four, sorry. Knowledge and clarity will guide you on your path. Okay, knowledge and clarity will guide you on your path. So now when you're asking for a week ahead, it's quite often that the first card is beginning of the week, midweek, end of the week. Okay, that's not necessarily a guarantee that that's how it's going, but that is quite likely how the energy at least is going. So relax and relax into the teamwork. You're going to be learning something is going to you're going to be learning something. And it might, a clue by four is like, oh my God, I just learned the thing, right? It's like, because you might be, there's something that you need. I keep pointing to the wrong camera. So you might be like a little resistant to something that you need to figure out. And you're going to kind of sort of get hit with it midweek. I'm assuming midweek, like I said, this could all happen on this could be a totally boring week and all of this happens Friday, right? But this is going to happen. Clue by four moments are usually related to like knowledge and clarity will guide you on your path. Knowledge and clarity usually happens in bursts, right? Everything's fine. Oh, whatever. Oh, right. I got to do blah. So that's going to happen. Don't, whatever it is, don't resist it and recognize that it's something that you need to take, that you need to deal with. Right. And it's not necessarily good or bad. It's just there. So the last card is the death card. Out with the old shit, in with the new shit. Endings pave the way for new beginnings. So something in your world, something is coming or is going to come to a close next week. And it may be something that maybe you're moving to a new job and you're really having some maybe you're having some really intense feels about leaving. You're leaving something is, there it is. I just put it in front of the wrong camera. It's fine. So out with the old shit, in with the new shit. Endings pave the way for new beginnings. People see the death card as, when people see the death card, they see the ending. Something in your world is going to end next week. Maybe you're pushing through the last bit of a major project. Maybe you're cleaning up the last bit of, maybe you're about to change jobs or get a promotion. When people see the death card, they really only tend to focus on the things that, isn't he cute? When people see the death card, they only tend to focus on the things that they're going to be losing. Because basically death is the death card is the change is inevitable card. And the only thing that you know is the thing that you're walking away from. You haven't met the thing you're moving towards yet. So this card is just to remind you is that it's inevitable. Don't worry. It's inevitable. It's fine that you have thoughts and feels about it, but remember that new beginnings are exciting and new. So for me right this second, it's like, yeah, you've got some stuff going on that requires teamwork, and it might be, maybe there's something about the situation, maybe the task, the situation, or the people may not be something that you're looking forward to, but just relax and enjoy the energy and you'll be fine. And just remember that there's some things that you're going to learn maybe about this task or about the people or about the environment, or it could be something completely separate, but it's going to feel very enlightening to you. And either the changes that are happening or that either this will create that change, or the changes. Oh, okay. Yeah. So work together as a team to make sure that her last week goes well. just remember, don't block that clue by 4. The clue by 4 is probably my guess now that you've told me the situation. My guess is she's probably really, there's elements of retiring that she's probably really looking forward to. And that's a little sad because the death card, you're the one who's being left behind. So yeah, you'll be fine. You will be fine. Just remember that her retiring doesn't take her completely out of your life, and it may bring somebody it's going to bring whoever replaces her, it's going to be bringing a new person, a new situation, new routines into your life that are probably going to be free to your benefit. That's next week. Okay. Anybody else? It's 3:45, and I should probably, I'm going to get back to doing this, but I can do readings. I want to do readings. I'm really bad at doing readings for myself. It's a problem. Yeah. Can't wait till my deck. I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, you don't. Yeah, you can spell it deck because you're already getting the DICK, Robin. I am liking this deck. I am really, really liking this. Anybody else have a question? Big question, little question, whatever question. Oh, thank you, Moira. You know what? It's easy when it's your own deck. That makes it a lot easier. Oh, that's why I was going to pull 3 cards for me. Energy, obstacle, and advice. I'm going to do Marion first because you can get your reading later. Oops, wait. I got the wrong one. Show that one. Oops, do that one. That one. Okay. What do I need to know? Let's just do that. Do that. Okay. What do I need to know? Okay, apparently I'm going to start every reading by laughing. Okay. So what do you need to know? Time for some mushy love shit. Lean into bonds that balance and enhance your life. They've got potential. So that's fairly obvious, right? So that's something that you probably need to have as a bit of a focus going forward. But your last 2 cards, I think this is completely separate. So you've got mushy love shit. Two of Cups is quite often a romantic card, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. But if there's somebody in your life that you really, really care about, whether it's romantically or otherwise, now is a really good time to nurture that a little bit more because it'll bring better balance. They've got potential. Okay, let's work this in reverse. They've got potential. Time to lean into bonds that balance and enhance your life. Time for some mushy love shit. If you look at it in reverse, right? So this person or situation or whatever. I know that the 2 of Cups is quite often romantic love, but I don't like to imply that because that's not always true of every situation. But definitely definitely lean into those people that make you feel good about yourself. And there is potential for that friendship or relationship, romantic or otherwise, to broaden, deepen, and become a lot more solid than it already is. So that is something worth pursuing right now. The next 2 cards, 7 of Wands. Fuckwits are best ignored. Persevere in the face of adversity. Take the high ground. So somebody is not being very nice to you right now. And let's go to the last card right away. Yes, this is a dick measuring contest. A healthy competition can reveal hidden strengths and talents. Okay, so I kind of assume that the 5 and 7, I kind of assume that these 2 are together. So, and I am really seeing this as separate because, pursue those deeper. Oh, okay. Well, he needs a little bit more of your love, of your time, of your attention. There's something there. There's something there, and you should pursue it. But I don't really see the 2 of Cups combining with fuckwits are best ignored. This makes no sense. So I'm seeing these two as being connected. So that is one aspect of something that you need to know right now. The other aspect is that there's someone in your world right now who is being a bit of a dick. Maybe, and perseverance in the face of adversity, take the high ground. There's somebody in your world right now who's being a bit of a dick, and they don't have, fuckwits are best ignored, and this is a dick. They're trying to compete with you. Compete right back. Okay, this is kind of how I'm seeing it. And of course, it's your job. It's your job to determine whether this is a big, medium, or small problem. But there is somebody who is a bit of a dick that you have to deal with right now, and they're being competitive. And the reality is that what the cards are saying, as far as I'm concerned, is that ignore their bullshit, because even though their bullshit is bullshit, do your best to ignore it, because they're a fuckwit. I think other people either already see it or will see it, and don't be afraid to compete a little bit with that person, or with whatever, wherever, or however this person is pissing you off. Don't be afraid to compete. Oh, well, there you go. Well, they're an idiot. They literally are a fuckwit. Ignore them. Persevere in the face of adversity. Take the high ground. So don't stoop to their level, but absolutely compete, because your dick is bigger. It is a dick. That's why they're competing with you. They're trying to fuck with you professionally, because they're trying to win. They're trying to win by knocking you down. Just ignore that bullshit and win by showing them that you've got the bigger dick, because you do. Or they might be a bit of a dick. No, I think dick, D-I-C-K. But yeah, I think you got two things going on. Yeah, nope, these cards are not telling me anything. Completely out of context. Because actually, I'll tell you the cards. I'll tell you the cards. Just because they're not meaning anything to me doesn't mean they won't mean anything to you. For the Two of Cups, I got the Four. Under the Two of Cups, mitigating, I got the Four of Cups. Quit bitching and appreciate what you've got. Acknowledge the root of your discontent and then address it. So, I mean, are you perhaps a little nervous? This is under the Two of Cups card. Are you perhaps a little nervous that you're going to end up wasting your time on this guy? That could be what it is. Acknowledge the root of your discontent and then address it. I'm not sure that there's a lot there. That's up to you to decide. But you've got no reason not to hold back. What came up under the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands is the Devil. It's time to use your safe word. Now that actually, you know what? What you're saying is somebody trying to undermine you professionally. Are you suffering in silence? People who know this person, it might be it's time to use your safe word. Dealing with your baggage is the only way out. Do you have ignore the fuckwit. True. Absolutely ignore the fuckwit. But is there something tangible that you can say, oh, hey, by the way, Jim, you want to take a look at that message that so-and-so just sent me, and then walk away. So ignoring, okay, like if somebody's punching you in the face, then punch them back and then ignore them, right? Ignoring somebody may require you to first take an action and then walk away. Oh, okay. Well, apparently if you rifle the cards upside down, it works too. Did I just wreck the whole deck? No, I put a bunch of cards in upside down, then rifled the whole deck upside down. Okay, who's next? Do we have some? I have three. Got that one. Moira. Lisa can still wait. Let's keep Lisa at the back of the line, guys. Okay. What does my weekend look like? I'll do 3 cards. Well, yeah, here's the thing. We always associate taking the higher ground with taking no action. And the unfortunate reality is that usually some action is required, But once you take the required action, evict them from that rent-free space in your head. Just get rid of them. It's like, okay, well, you're a dick. You're fucking with me professionally. I'm gonna pass this. I'm gonna pass the provable portion of this on to people who are going to whatever. You know, like I don't think tarot has a governing body, but like let's assume that tarot does, because okay, you said professionally, and I'm assuming tarot. There you go. Yep. So you don't have to do anything other than make sure that other people are aware that this guy's a dick, and then just get on with your business. Oh my God, I cannot shuffle to save my life. But we take the whole. We've reinvented. Oh, okay, see you later, Robin. We've reinvented this whole take the high ground to do nothing. Yeah, it's tarot, prissy little fucker. Well, we know a few of those, and it's like, I think not going to dive into drama, but if you're in any particular community long enough, you will meet one of those. So we've been around for a while. We know a few of those, but yeah, it's like, just make sure that the people who matter know, and then like, yeah, fuck you, buddy. You're not worth my time. Okay. I'm supposed to be focusing on Moira's question. What does my weekend look like? Well, apparently it looks really fucking good. Apparently it looks amazingly good. I'm just going to show you the cards. I pulled 3 cards. Page of Wands. Jump in the fucking puddles. Pursue your passions with enthusiasm. Anything is possible. 6 of Wands. You really are fucking awesome. Celebrate your wins and enjoy the recognition. You've earned it. Well, hello, Blue. And the last card, the Fool. Let the shit show begin. Now is not the time to worry. Just jump in. So I don't have much to say. Oh, I'm shaking everything. I don't have much to say. You're set up for a very positive, great weekend. It's like, and it's one of those things. Like, I mean, it's not like it's nearly midnight here, so after bed, I'll try to make it to your launch party, singing lots of love with them. Oh, thank you, Marion. And I'm glad you enjoyed the reading, and I will hopefully see you in the morning. If not, I'll see you soon. Okay, so jump at the fucking puddles, pursue your passions with enthusiasm. Anything is possible. Now, but listen to this. Listen to this Lego movie in my head. If you have a question, Blue, I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. So if anybody else has a question, add it. I'll do my wife's reading next. Okay, but listen to this. Jump in the puddles, pursue your passions with enthusiasm. Anything is possible. You really are fucking awesome. Celebrate your wins and enjoy the recognition. You've earned it. Let the shit show begin. Now is not the time to worry. Jump in. Notice how self-focused all 3 of these cards are. I'm a very strong believer of the nuance of the individual reader, right? So pursue your passions. So if I walk up to you and say, hey, Moira, come and help me work on this. Come and help me unclog this toilet. It's like, oh, fuck no, that's your passion. I'm going to go jump in some puddles today. So definitely, if you have not already done this, if you are not already doing this weekend, focus on something fun for you. So if you have other stuff going on, make sure you prioritize you time, and make sure the you time that you prioritize to yourself. Now, celebrate your wins and enjoy the recognition. You've earned it. Now, it's okay to do something that has a little bit of a competitive taste to it or a feel to it or whatever, but make sure it's take the time for something that's a little frivolous, a little silly, a little fun, and that's your weekend. But whether or not you take time for it, if you find yourself in that situation, that's when you just like, yeah, fuck yeah, and just go on and have a great weekend. You know, I was like, oh, well, we have to paint the living room. That's fine. But first, we're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese. You know? Oh, well, you're welcome. I'm not sure that I'm Artemisian, right? See you tomorrow at the launch party. Okay. I promised not to torture my wife for too much longer, so I'll pull hers next. Lisa had a question. I actually don't very often read for her. Energy obstacle advice. Rifle the cards as if I know what I'm doing. Oh my God. Okay. The Devil, the Lovers, and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's time to use your safe word. Dealing with your baggage is the only way out. Now, here's the problem. I'm a bit trapped doing a reading for Lisa. So if anybody else has thoughts and ideas they want to contribute, please do. Okay, so the next card is the Lovers. Shit or get off the pot. Let me see. It's time to commit. You have a big decision to make. Make that decision with your heart. Okay. Next card is the Ten of Pentacles. Fuck yeah. Life is amazeballs. Take comfort in the abundance and security of your resources. Okay. So it's hard for me to read for Lisa because I already know all the details of what's going on in the background, right? So that is, that makes it, yeah. Okay, I had a feeling. Okay, so the Devil, it's time to use your safe word. Dealing with your baggage is the only way out. Now, one thing that Lisa has a habit of doing, this is where I call my wife out, and this is where, if anybody else has other ideas that might differ, but the Devil is, like I said, this is hard because I already know exactly what we're dealing with tonight, tomorrow, blah, 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 because we're doing the thing, right? So use your safe word. Dealing with your baggage is the only way out. Now, one of the things that happens with Lisa is when she gets really hyper high energy, she doesn't like, she gets wrapped up in, I don't want to make this your problem, right? So then she makes it her problem, and then it becomes a problem. So definitely keep those. So in this case, you know, the safe word, remember your safe word. So yeah, keep the communication going, dealing with your baggage. As your emotional state rapidly changes, as it very well might over the next 24 to 48 hours, because of all the excitement, whether it's good or bad, excitement is excitement, and we do react to it. Self-awareness and communication, absolutely. Lovers, shit or get off the pot. You have a big decision to make. Make your decision with your heart. Now, Lisa is basically Lisa is doing every single ounce. All of the admin-y type work in the background is basically Lisa's job. So anything that's left over, I'm going to bed. So anything, so in this context, Lisa has and is going to have a bunch of decisions to make where this Kickstarter is concerned, and she's going to have some decisions to make. Now, this is like adding a new layer, but she's also got the Unicorn Journey Oracle coming up that she will be continuing to work on as the admin process of this unfolds. So she's going to have to start making decisions. There are certain decisions right now that she can still tweak. The time for that is almost over. You need to final. There's a lot of decisions that you do need to finalize. We are very aware of that. So this card coming up is not surprising anybody, at least of all me. Now, Ten of Pentacles, fuck yeah. Now this is interesting. Fuck yeah. Life is amazeballs. Take comfort in the abundance and security of your resources. So this is the whole, you've got this. You've got this, you're fine. And every time these two cards, and now it's interesting, these are both major arcana, right? Every time these two cards start trying to kick your ass in one way, shape, or form, remember this. You're good. All of this is happening because it's good excitement, not bad excitement. So you've got to keep that in mind going forward. Lots of decisions. Yeah, Lisa says lots of decisions, and then also knowing when to act. lots of decisions, and then also knowing when to actually commit to the way things are and stop endlessly tweaking, which is ironic given we just tweaked the lover's wording last night. Yes, we did. We tweaked the wording. There were two cards. There was this and another card. The wording was insanely similar, so we tweaked it. We tweaked. Was it this one we tweaked or the other one? Anyway, we tweaked that. That's a card that we're tweaking. So that is very apropos. But yeah, the devil card as I see it is, and like I said, most people see the devil card as, most people use the word addictions for the devil card, but a lot of people use it to mean literal addiction. So I like what I came up with, and I don't think I'm going to change my mind. I'm just going to start over and re-rifle this deck. I do a lot. I do a lot, but looking at you, Lizzie, I think you're crazier than I am. Oh, fuck yeah, she is. Oh yeah, the new not safe for work lovers says no threesomes this time. Pick one, which is again, same. Yeah, sometimes you need to be reminded when it's okay to stop, and sometimes the best way to remind yourself when it's okay to stop is to reach out and communicate with those people that are going to support you through stopping. Okay. I don't know that I missed anybody. I've got Lisa. With this contract. Okay, will this contractor work I am in become a full-time employment with a pay raise, and will I be happy with it? I don't know. Well, we'll see if the card's going to get specific when it comes to a money card, a Pentacles card, but we'll see. We'll see what comes up. It's 4:07. I've got time for one more for sure. Okay. I got to do a quick little... Be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Of course I have to... Okay, now this is interesting. Two wands and a pentacle, the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is dare them to try and fuck with you. You've got what it takes to overcome any challenge you face. So it sounds like, I mean, I don't know. The question is, will this contractor work I am in become a full-time employment with pay raise, and will I be happy with it? I think you're still in the learning curve of it, or at least as far as your employer is concerned, you're still got some stuff to learn. Dare them to try and fuck with you. You've got what it takes to overcome any challenge you face. So now's the time to start stand. It's kind of hard to describe. You don't you don't need to stand up and go, fuck you, boss. But maybe now's the time to say, look, I'm ready for the full-time work, and I just really need you to give me a chance, right? And it's like, well, you're not ready. You're not this. You're not that. It's like, that's not okay. I'm busting my hump, and I'm not going to learn I'm not going to learn more until you let me do more, right? So that might be something that really, really matters. Don't take shit from anybody. No, sorry. Your next card is the King of Wands. Don't take shit from anybody. Stand in your power and create your own opportunities. Now, this might be indicating that you are, instead of waiting for them to offer a raise, you may have to walk up and go, I want full-time and a raise. So this, yeah, you've only been in the company for a couple of years. So having the two wands side by side, they're going to try and fuck with you. You've got, so you, I think there may be ways in which you are not advocating for yourself enough as it is. And I do think you need to stand up and start advocating for yourself. King of Wands, don't take shit from anybody. Stand in your power and create your own opportunities. Now, that could be, so you've reached the point where you're ready to speak up. You're ready. You're ready to speak up and say, this is what I need. This is what I need. This is what I want. Yeah, you work your butt off day and night. I work my butt off day and night. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I need more hours. I need more money. I need you to give me. I need you to at least start me off with one or the other. But this is the interesting thing. Your last card is the Six of Pentacles. Embrace the power of 69. Give some, get some. Share your blessings and be willing to receive graciously. Which is interesting because I see it being, I kind of see the King of Wands being the center card here, mitigated by the Knight of Wands, mitigated by the Six of Pentacles. This is kind of weird. I kind of like shuffle this stuff around in my head sometimes. So what I'm looking at here is, it's time to speak up. It's time to say something about, it's time to speak up for what you need. It's time to, and it's not just time to say, hey boss, what do you think about maybe a little bit of a raise or a few more hours? It's time to say, hey boss, I need full-time and a raise. What do we want to do about it? Like, I think it's time to be a little blunt and direct because it's easy to just not bother if you don't have to, especially if it's going to, as the boss, it's easier for your boss to just not bother if he doesn't have to, because it saves him money. Right. And if you're still officially, if you're not a full-time employee, then, I mean, are there benefits or other perks to this position? But the big thing, create your own opportunities paired with the Six of Pentacles kind of makes me wonder if there's, 2 years is now, 2 years is a long time in the same job. Okay, I'm trying to kindly find the way to say to you that you need to go, okay, this is my opinion. This is strictly my opinion, but the way I'm reading these cards, it's time to go ask for, I need full-time. I need a full-time position and whatever benefits that comes with. And I also need a raise. I've been working for you with 2 years. It's time for you to like pay me what I'm worth. And if that doesn't work, it's time for you to find another job. Yeah. It's like, if the boss, now sometimes, sometimes in certain types of industries, it might just be that your boss hasn't even thought of it. Well, he doesn't give a shit and I'm saving the money. So it's up to you to determine how to approach this. But it's time to approach the boss and tell him you need better hours. You need full-time and a raise. I've been here for 2 years. I need full-time. I need my benefits. I need a raise. If he agrees, don't be a dick about it and say it's about time. Just say that's great, thanks. Be a gracious winner, right? Give some, get some. Share your blessings and willingness to receive graciously. Yeah, graciously gives. And if that doesn't work out, be willing to go. As a contractor, I control my time, so that's great, and I'm still learning a lot. I'm always studying. Yes, I will ask my supervisor about the full time. Yeah, and if that's not possible. If that's not possible, then reassess what you're bringing to the table and consider whether or not you want to take those skills elsewhere. And don't be a dick about it, though, because if you rage quit a job, I'm from a small enough town. I am from a small enough town that if you rage quit a job, you might as well move to a different town. Originally, I'm not in a small town now, but that's where I came from, right? If you're in a small enough, yes, be diplomatic, because if you're in a small enough town or a small enough industry where word can get out, then the last thing you want to do is trap yourself into leaving, not being an option. So yeah, ask, be blunt, be to the point, ask, be gracious, be diplomatic, because this is a money card. This is a money card, right? I mean, you are going to get what you deserve. It's just a matter of how you're going to have to go about it. Don't be blunt, be clear about what you want. Don't be a dick about it. If it works out, you're fine. If it doesn't work out, then just kindly and politely, well, thanks for thinking about it. I'm going to go get another job now, but you have a great day. Like, anyway, it's always very empowering. I'm turning 60 this year and I'm self-employed. I can be a dick and get away with it, right? Oh, poor Artie is not sleeping. Artie, turn off your computer. Just close it. There's a little X in the corner. Did anybody else ask for a reading? Lisa got her reading. As far as I can tell, I got everybody. I gotta do that. Did I miss anyone? But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, oh, I'm on the TV, so not even a battery that'll die. You're just gonna wake up at 3 a.m. going, what was I doing again? I don't know. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, it costs them a lot to try and replace a good worker. Absolutely. But it also saves them a lot to pretend that they don't notice that you actually it saves them a lot to pretend not to notice what you deserve. I'm on TV. I'm amazing. I'm awesome. It's great. It's great. Okay. I am okay. I got some sewing done, which was nice. Now I could have gotten more done. God knows what YouTube will do. Next thing you know, it's well, at least YouTube doesn't put out porn, because that could be a problem. You're gonna you know what? If you flip over to Lisa's channel, then you're just gonna wake up. Then the watch party will just lull you to wakefulness. So you'll have that. Okay. I'm going to get going. It's after 4. I'm going to get going. I actually got more done than I thought I was going to get done. When my energy is this scattered, I am as distractible as a squirrel. And so I will come over here. I will get a whole bunch of stuff ready. I will set it all down. I will do this. I will do that. I will sit down for just a minute. You won't be lulling anyone to anything in the morning. Well, you'll be trying to lull me to awake. When exact 10? Okay, it is exactly 4:17 my time. It is 4:17 p.m. my time on Friday. The launch party is 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So Moira, you're in Ontario. That'll be 1 p.m. I believe, because it should be 7:18 where you are right now. So it's going to be 1 p.m. your time. Oh, well, thanks, Blue. I hope it was a good. Yeah, it was really to me, the reading itself seemed really, really obvious. Go ahead, go ask for that raise. And if you don't get it, then think about getting it. Go ask for the raise and stop. Don't worry about be a gracious winner. Instead of going, yeah, you could have given me a raise a year ago. Just be a gracious winner. I think that was the thing I was tripping over, was like YouTube should show you your time zone. Oh, okay. So if you go look at if you go on Lisa's channel, it's already on Lisa's channel. It's already sitting there waiting to go. So you can also hit the notification. And that'll work. I never pay attention to how that goes. I never even remember to do the thing on these videos until like an hour or so before. But if you don't have if you're not sure, if you're scared that you're not going to get it says 1800. Yeah, 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. So yeah. Oh, you're across the pond. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta get going. I will see you guys tomorrow. Anybody who makes it tomorrow, I will see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you next week. I am probably gonna do one more video, strictly readings. Because that lets, that means new, because with the title saying readings and whatever, and extra other people's will show up, people that haven't been here before. But I'm definitely, now that I'm settling, now that my energy is settling down and my neck is now no longer stiff, I will probably be back to a somewhat regular sewing schedule very soon. Yeah, I'm gonna get going. Artie is not gonna go to sleep. Go the fuck to sleep. Go look that book up. Go the fuck to sleep. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great night. See you then. Bye.